Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, my dear students. Hope you all are well and safe by the grace of Almighty Allah. This year is different, where we are welcoming you, and all of you know the reason. We are on the online platform for you because of COVID-19. We are currently going through a very difficult time. At that time, we must have maintained hygiene and social distance. We take care of ourselves as well as everyone in the family. May Allah help us to save from this crisis. My dear students, welcome to my class. I am Tania Afroz, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, Government Bangla College, Mirpur, Dhaka. Let's start our class. Today, I will take the class of the students of BBA Honors Second Year, Department of Management and Marketing. Now, I am going to discuss about the course Business Communication. You must have prepared yourselves in English for this course in the examination. Today's topic is non-verbal communication. So, dear students, stay with me and listen carefully. I hope you will be able to understand the lesson of this class. Topics to be discussed in this class are meaning of non-verbal communication, features of non-verbal communication, media of non-verbal communication, importance of non-verbal communication, limitations of non-verbal communication, difference between verbal and non-verbal communication, meaning of visual communication, advantages of visual communication, disadvantages of visual communication, considerable factors of visual presentation or communication, media of visual communication. Let's see the meaning of nonverbal communication. Communication requires medium or channel for transmitting message from one party to another party. No communication is possible without media. This medium may be verbal or non-verbal. Though verbal media are used in many important fields of human activities, but these are less suitable for expressing joy, sorrow, interest, affection, and many other human expressions. Therefore, people need to rely on nonverbal media for expressing all these expressions. For this reason, management should have sufficient attention to the nonverbal expression of employees. The communication that occurs without using written or oral words can be termed as nonverbal communication. Many scholars have defined nonverbal communication in different ways, some of which are quoted. L. C. Bovey and others defined nonverbal communication expresses information without words through gesture and behavior. Lessiker and Petit defined nonverbal communication means all communication that involves neither written nor spoken words but occurs without the use of words. Finally, we can say communication without using words called nonverbal communication. In this slide, we can see the features of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is a type of communication that does not use any oral or written word. Some important features of nonverbal communications are: number 1, no use of words. Nonverbal communication occurs without using any written or oral word. Number 2, different meanings. A single message of nonverbal communication may express different meanings to different persons or in different places. Number 3, pervasiveness. Nonverbal communication is pervasive in nature. If we look around us, we can see the numerous aspects of nonverbal communication. Now, we need to learn how to observe and detect them. Number 4, application. Nonverbal communication is primarily associated with face-to-face oral communication, as we can readily observe the nonverbal symbols there. Number 5, informality. It does not follow any structure, rule, or formality as oral or written communication. In most cases, people unconsciously and habitually engage in nonverbal communication by moving the various parts of their body. So, we can say these are the important features of nonverbal communication. Now, I am discussing about the media or types of nonverbal communication. We can express our feelings by our facial expression, eye movement, body movement, or simply by touching others. So, it can be observed that there are different types of nonverbal communication. Number 1, facial expression. Face is an important communicator. It is commonly said that face is the index of mind. It expresses the type of emotions or feelings such as joy, love, interest, sorrow, anger, annoyance, confusion, enthusiasm, fear, and uncertainty. Number 2, gestures. Gestures are the movements of the arms, legs, hands, and head. For example, a wave of the hand have a specific meaning, hello or goodbye. Number 3, body language. Body language is another widely recognized form of nonverbal communication. For example, when a person is bored, he may gaze around the room rather than look at the speaker, or he may shift position frequently. Number 4, space and distance. Space and distance are significant nonverbal tools of organizational communication. A spacious and well-decorated room indicates a person's position in the organization hierarchy, and distance expresses the degree of intimacy and individual acceptance. Number 5, touch. Touch is a widely used form of nonverbal communication. The accepted modes of touch vary depending on the gender, age, relative status, intimacy, and cultural background of the persons. Number 6, silence. Silence is a powerful tool of communication. It may have positive or negative meaning. For example, in a classroom, silence indicates that students are listening carefully and attentively. Number 7, personal appearance. Appearance is also an important nonverbal communication tool. Appearance includes dress, hair, jewelry, makeup, belt buckles, and so on. By means of uniform, we can identify a student, a doctor, a lawyer, a police officer, etc. Number 8, audio communication. When communication is done by reaching sound listener's ear, it is called audio communication. Horns of motor vehicles, sound of calling bells, alarm of clock, telephone ring, etc. are the examples of audio communication. Number 9, audio-visual communication. When communication occurs by using both audio and visual aids simultaneously, it is called audio-visual communication. For example, enjoying drama and film in the television. Number 10, symbol. A symbol is something which represents an idea, a physical entity, or a process, but is distinct from it. For example, a red octagon may be a symbol for a stop. Finally, it can be revealed that different types of nonverbal communication are indispensable part of our life. Let's discuss the importance of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is an important supplement to verbal communication. experts in business communication advocate that sometimes nonverbal communication is more powerful and effective than verbal and written communication. Some important points expressing the importance of nonverbal communication are: number 1, well expression of the speaker's attitude. Various nonverbal cues of the speaker like physical movements, facial expression, way of expression, etc. play important role in expressing the inner meaning of the message in face-to-face conversation and interview. Number 2, expressing the attitude of the listener and receiver. Sometimes the appearance of the listeners and receivers conveys their attitudes, feelings, and thoughts regarding the messages they have read or heard. Number 3, gaining knowledge about a class of people. Clothing, hairstyles, neatness, jewelry, cosmetics of people convey impressions regarding their occupation, age, nationality, social or economic level, job status, etc. Number 4, gaining knowledge about the status of a person. Nonverbal cues also help to determine the relative status of persons working in an organization. Number 5, communicating with the handicapped people. This type of communication greatly helps in communicating with the handicapped people. For example, language of communication with the deaf depends on the movements of hands, fingers, and eyeball. Number 6, conveying message to the illiterate people. Communication with illiterate people through written media is impossible. There may also be some situations that do not allow the use of oral media to communicate with them. In such situations, nonverbal methods are used as the media of communication. Number 7, quick expression of the message. Nonverbal cues like sign and symbol can also communicate some messages very quickly than written or oral media. Number 8, presenting information precisely. Sometimes quantitative information on any issue may require lengthy written message, but this quantitative information can be presented easily and precisely through tables, graphs, charts, etc. At last, it can be stated that nonverbal communication is a must for overall communication, and without nonverbal communication, we cannot even think about our daily life. Let's discuss the limitations of nonverbal communication. Though nonverbal communication is supportive to verbal communication and it can be avoided, but there are some limitations. Its key limitations are: number 1, lack of formality. Nonverbal communication is not formal and well structured. as written and oral communication. So, it cannot be used in any formal situation. Number 2, expressing contradiction with verbal statement. Though non-verbal cues help in expressing the meaning of verbal message more accurately, they may express contradictory meaning with verbal statement. Number 3, ambiguity. When the sender uses ambiguous or unfamiliar nonverbal cues, the receiver may fail to understand the meaning of the message. As a result, the communication between them may also fail. Number 4, culture oriented. Use of nonverbal cues are generally culture oriented. Therefore, nonverbal cues of one culture cannot be used in another culture. Number 5, lack of explanation of message. Although nonverbal cues can convey message like verbal communication, it cannot carry any explanation of the message to the receiver. Number 6, problem relating to preserving information. Nonverbal communication occurs through various body movements, symbols, signs, colors, sounds, etc. As a result, such information cannot be preserved for use in future. From the discussion, we can say, though nonverbal communication provides clear explanation to verbal communication, but it alone cannot fulfill all communication need. Dear students, in this slide we can see the difference between verbal and non-verbal communication. Communication takes either verbal or non-verbal form. Although both of them are the methods or media of communication, there are some clear differences between them. The major differences between verbal and non-verbal communication are: number 1, use of word. Verbal communication uses oral or written words. Non-verbal communication not uses any oral or written words. Number 2, types. Verbal communications are two types, oral and written. Non-verbal communications may various types, visual, audio, audio-visual, silent, etc. Number 3, understand. Verbal communication is easy to understand. Non-verbal communication is difficult to understand. Number 4, structured. Verbal communications highly structured. Non-verbal communication lacks informal structure. Number 5, distortion of information. In case of verbal communication, it has less possibility of distortion of information. In case of non-verbal communication, it has high possibility of distortion of information. Number 6, continuity. Verbal communication begins and ends with words. Non-verbal communication continues until the purpose achieved. Number 7. Feedback. Verbal communication gives a less and delayed feedback. Nonverbal communication gives a lot of feedback. So, we can say these are the important differences between verbal and nonverbal communication. In spite of these differences, both of them are the important methods of communication. Dear students, in this slide, we can see the meaning of visual communication. Communication that occurs through facial expression, personal appearance, gesture, posture, printed picture, sign, signal, symbol, map, chart, graph, etc. is called visual communication. It is one kind of nonverbal communication. When communication occurs by means of any visual aid, it is called visual communication. For example, to indicate danger, we use red sign. To indicate no smoking, we use an image showing a lighted cigarette with a cross mark on it. So, when the receivers are illiterate or incapable to see the written message or to hear and understand the meaning of oral communication, visual mode of communication is more effective there. Now, I am discussing about the advantages of visual communication. In the competitive business world, the importance and advantages of visual communication are increasing day by day. Its advantages are: number 1, easy and understandable presentation of information. Visual aids help to present information in an easy and understandable way. Therefore, various visual aids like tables, charts, and graphs are widely used in report writing. Number 2, advantageous in comparison. In comparing two or more data series, visual presentation is more advantageous than descriptive presentation. Number 3, understanding the features of information. Visual presentation of information facilitates in understanding the features and future trends of information. Number 4, advantageous in communicating with the illiterate people. When information is conveyed to illiterate people, visual communication is more suitable. Number 5, time saving. Visual methods of communication are faster than any other form of written and oral method. Therefore, it saves time and effort in conveying information. Number 6, easy to make decisions. When information is presented visually, it becomes easier to the executives to analyze that information for taking proper decisions. So, we can say these are the advantages of visual communication. Although visual communication enjoys numerous advantages, it suffers many disadvantages. Let's see the disadvantages of visual communication. Visual communication has some disadvantages. Its major disadvantages are: number 1, ambiguity. Though visual presentation of information seems to be understandable to the receivers, it may be ambiguous in some cases. Number 2, additional cost. Generally, visual aids are used in combination with written or oral communication for enhancing the attractiveness and effectiveness of message. This use of visual aids along with the verbal methods incurs additional cost. Number 3, application of specialized knowledge. Visual presentation of information requires use of charts, diagrams, graphs, tables, etc. In designing drawing, these aids specialized knowledge is required. Number 4, labor and time consuming. Visual presentation of information also requires classification, tabulation, and analysis of data. This processing involves both mental and physical efforts and wastes time. Number 5, situational limitations. Although visual presentation of information is comparatively easier, still it can't be used in every situation. Number 6, delay in decision making. Precise presentation of information in visual aids hinders further processing of information in future if needed. It also delays the decision making process. So, from the discussion, we can say these are the limitations or disadvantages of visual communication. In this slide, we can see the considerable factors of visual communication. Visual presentation means linear presentation of any abstract form or of any reality. Any message becomes more attractive and livelier when it is presented visually. The important points are to be considered in selecting the proper visual aids. Number 1, simplicity. Whatever the visual aid is in use, it should be simple and easy. Number 2, careful use. Nowadays, various types of visual aids have been evolved. So, utmost care should be taken in selecting the appropriate and relevant technique for presenting data. Number 3, placement of the aids. The visual should be placed closely to the paragraph of written message where the subject is discussed. In oral presentation, the visual aids should be introduced at the time when the speech is delivered. Number 4, Introduction and interpretation of visual aids. The visuals should be introduced to the readers as briefly as possible. An interpretation of the visuals should be enclosed in order to make that visuals clearer to the readers or audiences. Number 5. Expression of figure. Rounded off figures should be presented in the visuals. Occasionally, figures are presented in percentage of value instead of original form. Number 6. Selecting the appropriate aids. Different types of visuals are suitable for presenting different types of data. For example, outline charts are suitable for prose overviews. Bar charts are suitable for comparing two or more set of data, etc. Number 7. Size. The size of the visuals should be such that the readers can observe and distinguish them easily. Number 8. Humorous presentation. Considering the importance of message, the nature of the readers, and the degree of formality, the message should be presented in a humorous, interesting, and colorful way. So, from the discussion, we can say these are the considerable factors that are used in visual presentation. Dear students, in this slide, we can see the media of visual communication. Visual communication is an effective medium of nonverbal communication. When communication occurs through visual aids, it is known as visual communication. So, the main media of visual communication are: 1. Body language, 2. Facial expression, 3. Gesture, 4. Personal appearance, 5. Space and distance, 6. Visual symbol, 7. Signal, 8. Table, chart, graph, etc. So, these are the media of visual communication. These medias are used as the means of communication in visual presentation. Dear students, I hope you will practice this course at home regularly. Thank you for being with me. Thank you very much. See you again. Allah Hafiz.